All right, we're going to go ahead and get started here. And while that's preparing to go live, I'm assuming it'll take hold in just a minute. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we'll see how this all plays out. I'm recording this anyway just for prosperity. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. And we have a very, very special guest with us. So very happy to have him. This wonderful gentleman hosts his live stream late night talk, covering music, covering culture, covering food and fashion, all while chatting with fabulous guests. Ladies and gentlemen,
that's true. That's very true. I like it. Yes, that was a great intro, Chris. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
I do. You pretty much summed it up there.
Yes, indeed. So we're so very happy that you took the time to join us here on Box Lunches. You are our second attempt at this, and I'm certainly very, very happy that you took the time and decided to join us. So, how
absolutely.
You doing?
I'm doing pretty good. It's it's a gorgeous day, a little brisk. I like it, a little windy, but it's cool. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Tony, do you mind doing us a favor, and if you would just be kind enough to kind of introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who and what you are?
Sure, absolutely. I am Tony Green. Hello, I'm Tony Green is the name of my YouTube talk show, and we do it every week right now during quarantine. We have a quarantine version of the show. I'll make sure that you have a link that we do it. So it's Friday. So this is also the same day that I do the show, a little bit later on, 7 p.m. And it's a talk show that just kind of highlights our favorite things about our city, especially during this time. We just try to be kind of a shining light and trying to give somebody some great things to do on a Friday night. I have my co-host Colin. We are a nighttime talk show format. And during quarantine, we've all been fortunate enough to learn some new apps like Zoom, other things like that. And so we're doing this show. We're producing it via social distance with the whole team, all in their own spaces. So it's really fun to watch. I think we'll have something really cool once we see this whole thing through.
Indeed, indeed. So, Tony, tell me a little bit about what you're preparing today and some of the ingredients that you'll be using.
Okay, so I've got it before me here. I'll let you have a little view of everything. So I'm doing tacos, actually. Pretty easy lunch, but I've got everything separated. So I've got some really cool double-layered corn tortillas. I'm going with chicken. I've got some lime waiting to go. Cheese, a couple sauces. Got the guac ready for you guys over here. And then some avocado if I choose to throw that on there.
Very nice, very nice. I am going to making today beef and rice. I like to keep things very simple. So It's a nice little easy recipe there. And my ingredients today are some hamburger, which I went ahead and pre-browned just for the sake of argument. And then I've also got some very standard boil in a bag rice, pretty easy to make. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in right now since my water's going, and that'll take about 10 minutes. And then a couple of accoutrements. I've got some peppers, mushrooms, and I'll throw those in as well. So while I'm prepping to get all that stuff going, I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about what you have learned about yourself and or your organization and show during all of this crazy pandemic.
Well, during myself, I mean, it's just been like a time to like just find within you some level of resilience. You know, we just have to figure out ways to keep making it. In my instance, it's been through creativity, through still producing the show every week. You know, it's a whole lot, of course, as you know, that goes into like the before part to get to this part. So that planning and everything has been something that we rely on this week. And that organization, gosh, it's just about being a part of a community that's able to kind of step to the forefront of it and kind of meet this thing however it needs to. I've been a part of that and kind of seen the successes of it and where we need to work. So it's been fun. It's been fun.
Nice, very nice, very nice. So why don't you do me a favor and just let me know about your meal preparation and how you go about putting all of your fabulous lunch together.
Fabulous is right. I keep it very easy. So of course, best way to start for me, tortilla action. Tortilla action is going in. So, I mean, I've got everything mixed together, but like the chicken is everything is going with like traditional Mexican taco stuff. So we've got like just some onions, cilantro, and then I'm just gonna squeeze the lime and just go for it.
Nice. What a beautiful coloration there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's
I'm
the
not
start.
quite
Yeah,
as
right?
proactive
Eat the
as
rainbow.
you.
Right? What was that? I'm sorry.
I said I'm not quite as proactive as you. So while you're prepping yours, I'm just gonna throw my peppers in a little heated pan there, and then do the same with my mushrooms here. And just gonna whip those around and let them saute just a little bit. And
Okay.
while that's going on, and I mix those wonderful ingredients around, will you do me a little bit of a favor and tell me about what have become some of your most comfortable and favorite clothing items during lockdown, quarantine? What have you found that makes your heart happy?
It's so crazy. Another friend of mine, Alana Kay, she has a show on Fridays called Fancy Fridays. Um, so I was a few weeks into doing some of the episodes, and whenever I was coming on to Fancy Fridays, I was like, well, you know what? I have like a couple looks that I was like saving, like for whenever we do the big show. But then I was just like, no, let's just like get into it. So I've been wearing some floral suits. I did a little bike sharing shoot, and then like all pink number. The we went down to the water gardens downtown, and it's all drained out right now. So we shot down there one day. It was really weird seeing it without all the water, but we went down there in a little pink suit number. It was ridiculously warm, but we do it for fashion.
I got to say, I saw your episode 10, I think it was, and that blue
Yeah.
blazer was on point. I was so envious of that.
I got a couple looks, yeah.
Certainly, fashion certainly seems to be something that you are certainly on point with. So kudos to you on that fashion sense indeed. So
Thank you.
Tony, how do you see the arts adapting after, I say after, now that businesses have started to reopen and people are starting to kind of come back out? Can you talk a little bit about what your viewpoint is on where you see the arts going?
Well, I mean, especially in the arts. I mean, where do we go but up from here? I mean, this is one of those things where I saw pretty much every artist that I know, whether it be musically, visual arts, video people, painters, and then all of those people were without their work, without shows, without the way to kind of get their project out there. So I think we definitely just go upwards. I mean, I think what's been creative about this process is that I've seen a lot of galleries and museums go online, have a lot of creative online programs that I've seen come to light. So I think that's amazing and a great direction for all of us to go. But I think also, just as media content creator, also an artist, and then someone who loves the artist, that have a little bit harder thing. Sometimes I feel like that artist, like that personality doesn't always put themselves out there, even though they'll put it all on the canvas. So I feel like also tasked with that job, helping promote these artists and the shows and the things that are going on exciting in the community.
Indeed, yes. I think it's very important that we all literally collectively talk about one another and see what we can do to platform each other and make sure that the word's getting out that there is still a lot of art being created. And I think one of the things that I've really learned to appreciate in this day and age is the platform has broadened. And so I myself am seeing a lot of things from some different places that I don't necessarily know if I would have had the opportunity to have access to had these situations not arisen. So it's bringing some good things even amidst all of the confusion and chaos that everybody seems to be going through. So
yeah, we have to keep our heads up for sure.
Indeed. So, what item or food venue are you most looking forward to indulging in once you get back out and around out there?
So this one was like the easiest question of all of them, because like the thing I miss the most is brunch. Like I love a good brunch. Um, not it's not like even like cooking it, but like just participating in it, going to brunch, doing the mimosas and having like that day and that experience. I'm like, I want that back like as soon as possible. I know a few patios are opening, but I'm still being wary. Um, but I'm very excited to return to brunch in general.
Very nice. Are you a mimosa fan?
I am. I am. Usually, I use the grapefruit juice or the cranberry. I like a little alternative juice option there. Of course,
Very
orange is
nice.
traditional, but you know sometimes it's a little high acid for a Sunday
Yes.
fun day.
A lot of people describe brunch as the time of day. I describe brunch as when I'm allowed to have a liquid lunch in addition to what
Yeah.
it is that I'm eating. So that's my
Yeah.
definition of brunch right there. So,
Yeah.
just out of curiosity, what has become one of your favorite stay-at-home activities?
Oh my gosh. So, well, I just moved. I'm still in general South Side area over here in Fairmount, but certainly, I mean, just having a new space and getting to create that, it was kind of the perfect time with us being sheltering in place. It was like, well, get your space together. So I've been, you know, just organizing my space. I did things like I got all the same hanger. I never had all the same hanger with all of my clothes. I was like, okay, so I just did things like that, little small things. I have a background in interior design, and so I was just like doing little small update things to my space, taking out the creative things and trinkets and making little vignettes in my room, and just making the space that you do have as home as you want it to be.
Very nice, very nice. All right, so are you all plated already?
I'm not plated. I'm not plated. I know you
Very
still have steps, so like I'm at chicken. I'm at chicken into my tortilla,
Gotcha.
which is looking pretty great actually.
Yes, I just
Yeah.
put my browned meat back in those veggies. I don't know if you can see that or not. So I got them sauteed.
Oh wow,
I'm just
yeah,
gonna
that's it.
go ahead and mix all that up.
That was fast.
Getting a little closer to being done. Do you have any secret ingredients that you use to make sure those tacos are awesome?
Well, I think that the thing for all of like with all Mexican food, as long as you're doing it right, then it's just like citrus, you know, like that lime juice, making sure your lime juice, and then like the secret ingredients here are these two guys right here.
Woo.
Jalapeno salsa, fresh jalapeno. It's whipped with like, oh my gosh, just a few herbs, salt, and then just oil. It's crazy simple, but like just ridiculously fresh and good. And then like this, you just need a few drops of habanero, just drops. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Very nice. Mine is my seasoning. So I cheat a little bit with this steak burger seasoning. And I just sprinkle that on the ground beef before I throw it in that pan there. And it turns out to be a pretty nice little addition there. So
steak burger sounds great.
Yes, indeed. So, okay, so while I'm finishing up some of the mess I'm making here behind me, would you mind if you could discuss a little bit about what helpful community resources that you are seeing or using personally, and how your organization can be assisted or provide assistance to other artists and arts organizations?
Yeah, absolutely. As far as providing assistance on our end, we just want to do and what museums and people like yourself. We did some stuff with for Museum of Science and History, as well as looking at doing some stuff with the Kimball. But it's just making sure that outlets like mine know about what's going on at your respective places. Just because you know we don't know. Of course, we're looking for new great things all the time, but putting it out there is what we want to do. Sometimes we need some help finding it. So that's one way. And then there's a big fund, the Southside Fund, within a few of the zip codes over here, wegetbytogether.com. It's been organized by Near Southside, along with some help initially from Kit and Company Wines, where I'm at right now. And that's a great fund that's seen itself continually supported and able to give out $250 grants by doing a really quick 5-minute application on the site. And that's for artists, musicians, anybody out of work over here. You need to get that pretty quickly.
Nice. That's some great stuff. Great stuff. So I hope the people that are watching, if they have any interest in that, maybe you can tap back on to Facebook and put some links on there for some people to be able to find anything you'd like us to share and make sure that we're all pushing out all of these wonderful resources. So do you have any future plans or procedures for yourself or your show once the stay-at-home is lifted and we get everything back up and reorganized?
I mean, for sure, we'd like to see our plans just exceed it. That one. So sorry.
You're all right.
We would like to see, just as a show, I mean, as we go back into spaces, we want to start seeing what we always kind of wanted with the show, which is to kind of go into bigger spaces, do bigger ideas with the show, explore other cities and other spaces. And then as we safely are able to attend these events again, let's see what that looks like. I mean, I feel like there's no real answer that I can give right now, but I think that, I mean, it's definitely to say we want to return bigger and better. And we're going to be doing that safely, with safety in mind first, and then as big as we can make it safely.
Any plans for a nationwide tour or taking the show on the road just to get out and stretch your legs since we've all been locked down?
We definitely have some plans, and we had some plans to kind of get out of the city and kind of into some outdoors things. So we want to get out to Glen Rose. There's a lot of development going on down there. And so we've stayed in contact with some groups out there. So we want to kind of get out there and show you what you can do outdoors as we go into some of the favorite seasons of the year. About to hit summer, you know what that means for Texas. As much as we're going to be outdoors, I'm like, Lord, I want to also show people like how to properly glamp. I think glamping might be something that we do on the show. So, you know, we like to keep it comfortable here.
Nice. I spend some of my own personal time in an Airstream trailer, which I have the luxury of being able to hang out in quite a bit. And so I love some glamping. There's no doubt about it. So make sure you friend me on Facebook so I can come learn some tips of the trade from you as well.
I will, for sure.
Okay, Tony, I'm about to plate up my presentation. Would you like to go first? You want me to move through?
I'm ready. So if we can go for it. So I've already thrown on a little cheese there. And yeah, like I said, this guy is the good one. This one, and then this one's the scary one. So I'm telling you, drops. Drops are that guy. Got a couple chips ready to go. Oh my God. Got some chips ready to go. And then I've got a couple avocado slices. So I'm just going to like avocado up my life today.
Very nice.
And that's me ready.
Oh, there's nothing better.
That's pretty good, right?
That is. It's a beautiful plate there. I don't know if mine's going to look as pretty or not. Okay, here I go. So I just do the same thing. I just take some of that steamed rice and throw it in the bowl here. And then I just literally reach over here to some of this ground beef and peppers and some of those mushrooms and just sprinkle that on as well. And then luckily, I've already seasoned a lot of that. What I'm going to do is take some of this other secret ingredient number 2, and then I just literally just kind of spray that on there a little bit like that.
Love a sriracha moment. Yeah.
And then I just give it a little mix, bring up some of that rice in there, and then there you have it right there.
You're ready. That's pretty good. I like it.
A little bit of beautiful beef and rice. You can never go wrong. So nice, simple, few ingredients, and it's something that I always enjoy. Okay, Tony, here's the most important question of the day.
Okay.
How and where can our viewers find your current show, any planned activities you have, and how do we get in touch and stay in touch with you?
That's a great question. Always love to answer it. Hello, I'm Tony Green. Is on Instagram under that moniker. It's on YouTube and on Facebook. So all three of those things. My Twitter is Hello Tony Green. So I keep in touch with you guys. If you're into the tweeting, then I will hop on there and do that. But otherwise, everything is YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Hello, I'm Tony Green. You can find us there. Show is every Friday right now at 7 p.m. And we go live. New guests every week. I have the Texas Law Hawk on tonight. It's going to be exciting.
Very nice. Tony, I can't thank you enough for joining us today and having lunch with me. It has been an absolute pleasure to visit with you. Everybody make sure and check out his show, Hello, I'm Tony Green. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Fort Worth Community Arts Center. Check out our brand new YouTube channel, where we'll also have this video and another box lunch. Next Monday, we're back with Councilwoman Ann Zeta at noon. So, my friends, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and bon appetit. I will
bon
see you on Facebook tonight. God bless
you. See you there.
Thank you so much,
Jason.
Tony. I appreciate your
Thanks
time.
for having me.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Sure. All right. Thank you.
Good stuff indeed.